Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 3 of the After Hours Gaming League week number 1 matchup between TwitchTv and DotBlock. Starting in the lower left-hand corner of our screen, it is in the blue for TwitchTv, FishStix. Who says GLHF? And his opponent, whose name comes up as Dirk Diggler. So I'm kind of making an educated guess that our red Protoss for this game is actually HollowPoint, hailing from DotBlock. Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed on HOTS. So enjoy the purtiness that abounds. I'm itsOrD. You can find me on the Twitters at itsOrD. I'm gonna eat a piece of zucchini. That was delicious. The probe has arrived to do what all probes like to do: be annoying. Oh, wow, FishStix with a little bit of miscontrol there, and then the frowny face, indeed. And the probe says, okay, well, I did it to 1, so that's good enough. Is letting his shield recover, and then does, in fact, get to scout. That one refinery is down. What could that mean? What could that mean? Well, it probably means Reapers, because we're in HOTS, and this is Darren, so Reapers are gonna appear at some point, I think. If it was Wings of Liberty, I would say that it was actually... Oh, no way. Is this SCV gonna go down too? Okay, he makes it back in, and the probe continues to be annoying, and finally does, in fact, go down. Meanwhile, the scouting SCV from FishStix is up at the top. Let me be clear, that is FishStix, not any sort of juvenile something or other from South Park. Indeed, it really actually looks like the SCV is carrying a fork around. Left hand thing. Hilarious. Hilarity ensues, right? 2 assimilators are down, the 1 already being mined by 3, and look what we have! We have a Reaper on the way, and interestingly, there is no upgrade over here. Why? Because we are in HOTS. So, all this gas can be dedicated directly to that Reaper production, sorry about that, that was a bit of a blip. HOTS does that sometimes. And where is this zealot going? Somebody tell me. So let's talk a little bit about these two players. We got HollowPoint, our Protoss player. He just found out that he's got a Reaper headed his way, which is unfortunate because his army is out on the map. The Reaper has found a way up into the main, but HollowPoint is actually tech support at his company, and the probes all get pulled to try and deal with this Reaper, who is he's kind of having his way with them right now. He finally does kill 1, and with the proper amounts of micro, really he should never die in this engagement until that Stalker comes out, and it finally does, and in fact FishStix abandons it completely. Didn't have to do that. That was kind of cruel and unusual. There is another Reaper out on the map, and it's getting sent in as well. Let's follow it. Now, the opponent of our player from TwitchTv. Yeah, actually, I already said that. He's in tech support, and that's about the only thing that they tell me. So we could talk about, HostRocket.com, which is the grandfather of DotBlock.com, which is a cloud hosting company. And then I could tell you the fact that Twitch is a streaming company whose grandfather was Justin.tv. And then we could see that there was Marauders in the bunker, and that this zealot is not going to have a nice... What? Are we going to... Really? That was unnecessary. And in fact, the Zealot gets not 1, but 2 kills during that brief little engagement as the bunker is full of SCVs. What? FishStix, no, what is that about, man? And the Reaper actually moves away at the exact wrong moment and misses blocking that Nexus. It does kill the probe, but that's kind of like a, oh, I finally did get you, ha ha ha. Meanwhile, down the right side of our map, what do we have coming out? It is the Oracle, who has a revelation in vision and activate Pulsar Beam. Pulsar Beam allows it to attack enemy ground units, and Vision allows the Oracle to detect cloaked units, burrows, and hallucinated units for 30 seconds, and Revelation causes enemy units and structures within target area to grant vision for 60 seconds. This does not affect cloaked or burrowed units and structures, and they have arrived to do their harass thing. They're getting their harass on. And my fan is making an annoying sound, so it must die. Well, a couple SCVs die. They're getting pulled back and forth. Some Marines are trying to be repositioned so that they can help out. Missile turret does complete in time to kill one of the Oracles. The other one actually is going to get out of here alive. And during all of that, we had all of 7 workers that have died in this game. So that was actually only about 4. This FishStix doesn't seem to care about his workers. He doesn't like them to live very long at all. At all. Forge is now going down along with a gateway. Ooh, I don't know, for a second I thought that was a Nexus going down in his main. And I was like, alright, well, I mean, people have discussed that option, but I just don't know how I feel about it. The mothership core requirements. No mothership core. Aww. I want to see it. Reaper still out there on the map, wandering around, healed itself up. The Marines also still hanging out kind of at the back, waiting for that Oracle to come back in and continue its harassment. And SCV actually may scout it out. It may also die here in a moment. I don't know. FishStix gonna lay down the command center just out of range. This is cute. Neither of them see each other. The observer, though, does see the fact that an SCV is headed in that general direction, so that's unfortunate. But it looks like we're kind of headed towards that mid-late game scenario as the 3rd command center is established, and there's not too big of a ground army just yet for our Protoss Dirk Diggler, a.k.a. HollowPoint. Lots of chrono, actually, for HollowPoint right now. The scan goes down, but what does it see? It sees the army, sees a warp in of a Zealot. We also are just going to pop in here really quickly because the sound still is too loud. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy boy. We got Ghosts coming out eventually. Ghost Academy, at least, is on the way. Oh, did that just bring me to it? Oh, no way. This is what I've always wanted out of this. I did not actually realize that HOTS did this for me. Lazy cast initiate. Oracle arrives at just too late. If only that had arrived like at any point before that, it would have killed that worker before he could finish off this command center. But the command center has finished and can be upgraded to an orbital command or a planetary fortress any minute now. There are some Marines that are going to move out across the map as the Oracle just kind of sitting there, hanging out, staring at the command center. While there's an SCV up at the north who has arrived just in time to find out that yes, the opponent wants to lay down another Nexus, and he finds this unacceptable, says the SCV. However, Probe baits him. Poor little guy. Oh, and the Oracle, did it die? Who got the kill? Who got the kill? Maybe that guy? Maybe one of those guys. There's an observer over here. I'm presuming looking for some drops, but really not all that much. But what do we have here? We have some Widow Mines, new units, new unit alert. I was earlier, or not, rather the other day I was casting a ZVZ, and they don't really tend to get to their new units all that often. The Observer actually taking a lot of damage off of that missile turret, whose rate of attack felt faster to me just now, but I haven't played a ton of HOTS just yet. No, there we go with the drop up at the north. Perfect timing, really, because this Nexus doesn't have a chance to be canceled. Why did you load up? Okay, I guess technically that was a good idea, but still, it feels like you could have done more. But the Nexus actually doesn't end up taking any damage in the end, and it was an intelligent decision to run. But yeah, I wanted to see more aggression, just because aggression is entertaining. No reason beyond that. And then we have Storm being researched, and hey, look, it's a Mama Core, and the Mama Core has photon overcharge, mass recall, and time warp. Yeah. And there's a medevac moving across the center of the map, waiting to ignite its afterburners. Has only about has 8 more charges left. I was going to say 7 seconds left on the recharge there, and Storm is almost completed. Meanwhile, the Forges with that +1 coming on the way. We're entering the mid-game, and the Widow Mine with its most current attacks by launching missiles at enemy ground and air units get too close. Missiles deal 125 damage to their primary target and 40 splash damage to units nearby. That's what we're looking at with those these days. Anyhow, a new command center is being laid down. This one actually back home. Probably, I'm thinking, to be floated out somewhere and landed at a new expansion point. I wouldn't see why not, at the very least. Some Reapers, a Widow Mine, a Marine, a Marauder. You know, FishStix, he wants one of everything. Controlling the Xel'Naga, because he wants to make absolutely sure that it's his. Actually, it's not a bad idea to make sure that you maintain control of that. We have a sensor tower going down on the right side of the map to protect against any future harass from the Oracle. And it really, though, does look like that's kind of been abandoned at this point. Forward pylon being worked on. Probe finally taken out. And these units have to run from the warp in of 4 Stalkers. But oh no for the Stalkers! Or not? Are you gonna... There we go! Gets it forever. And there's another one. Actually, there's an observer here, so yeah, he can see that now. Oh! Widow Mine with 2 life. Oh, it doesn't. However, wow, the time on these so long as we hear another scan going down, multiple scans going out, actually tons of scans. It's like 4 of them. FishStix definitely not sure what he's looking at from his opponent, and so he uses that investment on the scans. And is that the Widow Mine is still in there? Widow Mine will slowly but surely kill these guys, and that's too bad because this observer. What? Its detection does not reach this far? That cannot be right. Those Stalkers have to be like on anti-attack hold position right now. What is happening here? Where are you, Widow Mine? I can see you kind of. Ah! Ridiculous. There we go. Now the observer comes in. Stalker runs away. Not sure that was necessary. A little bit, perhaps, of over micro, shall we call it? But have no fear. There's complete oversaturation in the main, and we're gonna enter into a split map scenario here, essentially with a planetary fortress for FishStix. I wonder how much longer this game will go. Probably a while, as there's 2 planetary fortress, there's 2 sensor towers out there, and we have our TwitchTv player saying, you know what, I feel like I can beat you late game with my Terran play, and especially because I'm going to get some personal cloaking for my ghosts who are getting trained over here, and this is amazing. I'm just going to click through everything. There's a supply depot being built, a racks being built, multiple, in fact, starport going down, another scan actually got laid out, but where was it? I think we just missed it, but it doesn't matter because the attack force is coming on home, and the engineering bays are up there. And yep, the forges are there. A forward pylon being laid down there. That's actually so nifty. I like that. I like it a lot. Then we have a ton of ghosts. So many ghosts. Let's open up that units tab. We have 21 ghosts. And the Marine Marauder force is going to get cleaned up pretty darn quickly as we try to come up here to catch the fact that there's a drop. FishStix with a touch of aggression. Actually, all the probes getting pulled now, but in the middle of the map, they have a much larger engagement going on. The EMPs go off. I don't think they managed to hit quite everything that he may have wanted to. Scan goes down right now. Storm on top of those ghosts says, I don't actually need to be able to see them, know that they're there. And there's a lot of medevacs there who are trying desperately to help out. But, oh, another good storm. So many good storms. It's just rough to watch. And he's just going to retreat to his planetary fortress, which he really could have done from the very beginning. And as soon as the planetary gets involved, even with a bunker there, these forces are going to get cleaned up pretty darn quickly. And now we can come back up here and see that these guys still hanging out, chilling, maxing, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. Win a couple of guys. Alright. Starport's on the way now, along with... What is this upgrade now? I thought they did away with the Caduceus reactor. I don't know. I thought that's what I had read most recently. Perhaps I was utterly and completely and totally wrong. Warping a Zealots now at the front, and finally a transfer of those probes from the main who had it so oversaturated, but just so much chrono saved up. I cannot believe that our Protoss player is not at 200 out of 200 supply right now. Maybe he should lay down another gateway or two. However, he's actually a little bit low on minerals. But there, he's got 5 more gateways completing. Why not? Get the robotics bay out there. And the robotics facility. Because why not attack just a little? Command center on the lower right hand side. The earlier one was actually kind of forced to be canceled. But don't worry, there is a spare command center, and it doesn't have time to become a planetary fortress, even though that is what it's eventually aiming to be. The Zealots have arrived. They're cleaning up everything that they can. The sensor tower doesn't get to finish. The refinery doesn't get to finish. One refinery may actually get to finish. And who do we have coming down here? Oh, actually just enough to clean this up. That is pretty solid. And Marine dying. No. Silly. Forward scan. Where was it at? Oh, scan just ahead of himself to make sure that he could kill that 5th base there. Ladies and gentlemen, the Colossi upgrade is on the way, but will it matter? We have a pretty darn big engagement right here, and without some awesome storms, this is really going to go in FishStix's favor. Some feedbacks go off on the medevacs, but not quite enough to kill them. One storm, pretty darn good. Actually, no micro forward there by Fish, who really could have had a better arc, but with all of these ghosts incorporated, nice little snipe there of the observer. And this could be very, very bad indeed for our Protoss player from DotBlock. Will TwitchTv take this in a quick and efficient 3-0? Or will something happen that will put our DotBlock player back in HollowPoint, now perhaps wishing that he had the gun to go along with the bullets? Yes, I said that. Deal with it. Observers just on the edges of this force can't quite see it. There, he pushes forward just a little bit, trying to sneak, and does get to see the accelerator go off on those two medevacs that were getting out of there. And actually, why did that... Oh, there's the Raven. Wow, you're hard to see in there, buddy. The unloading on the near ground looks like FishStix is going to plan to attack in the lower portion of the screen at the same time that he attacks in the upper middle. Ooh, that actually could have gone really, really rough for him. And I hope he doesn't take this engagement because that's not a good choke point at all. I don't know why he's... Oh, God, the storms. Why would you do that to yourself? Oh, God. And they still got people in his medevacs, unfortunately. This drop over here was finally starting to do something. Then a warp in of so many zealots that they all just kind of leave splatters. Oh, God, he's burning. Oh, that's not funny. It's not funny. Violence in video games, guys. The upper corner of our screen, one Marine actually is going to get left behind. He's going to get cleaned up here by a zealot. Poor fella got sliced in half, and all I wanted to do was get back into the medevac that left him behind. And then the medevac does go down as well. A series of little tiny blunders have been going on here for FishStix. Meanwhile, our Protoss player is able to control the center of the map still, is able to trade really efficiently in these engagements so far with the Storm plus Colossi doing all sorts of wonders for him. And the Ghosts, not cloaked, are actually taken out. A lot of them not being able to lay out the EMPs that they may have wanted to. There's not a lot of SCVs ready to repair the planetary fortresses. Instead, they're repairing the medevacs. Luckily, finally, the Vikings do arrive, and this center portion of this army is going to be destroyed as it's flanked even on its way out of there. No micro at all out of HollowPoint as he retreats. Means that he loses more and more that perhaps he didn't need to. But with all that money in the bank, that is a ton of stalkers that he just warped in. And these Vikings actually should probably... Okay, fine, they're going to be landed. And there's a ton more Vikings coming up from behind. There's a lot of medevacs to heal on the multi-stem that we have happening. But there's also 3 Colossi in production and Zealots being warped in. I really am not sure whether or not FishStix can finish this push. Definitely won't be able to if he doesn't micro just a little bit. But again, so many Vikings. Lots of Marines finally arriving. Vikings get landed out front to distract the Stalkers. And this push now is knocking on the doorstep of HollowPoint. FishStix is perhaps sad to see at this moment that he's being sandwiched from behind by Zealots and has Colossi in front of him. That could have gone so much better. That +3 just now on the way to the 30-minute mark. And let's see. Did our Terran player overextend? Did TwitchTv's representative try to go for too much all at once? He may have, as it looks like. His 4th base is probably going to be forfeit. Let's wait for those Colossi to come on scene. The repair a little bit late. Didn't get the full surround on the repair, so only 1 or 2 Stalkers go down to the planetary in that engagement. And then lots and lots of SCVs are going to go down to a support force is on its way, but the medevacs are out front. Oh, taking unnecessary damage there, being caught from the side as those Colossi arrive. Oh, that could not have been worse timing. No EMPs actually being used here at all, and the Stalkers with the 313 upgrade are really, really hard for the 2-2 Marine Marauder force here to kill. Just so many Stalkers. FishStix with 90 supply to the 150 of HollowPoint, his opponent. Now a little bit of last second micro, but is it ever going to be enough? It's on 5 bases for so long and yet never really managed to accrue much of a bank, unlike our Protoss player who's done that twice now. Was at 1,000 for a moment and then finally did spend some of it warping some Colossi in. Oh, and a Colossi does go down back behind, but yeah, just isn't looking good. Now, if SCVs are pulled and they repair, they'll be able to hold this. FishStix now deciding that he is going to expand away from his opponent. Doesn't want to take that stuff head on. By that I mean he doesn't want to expand towards his opponent. It's been fun to see a little bit of integration of Widow Mines, a little bit of integration of the Reapers, but really in a long-term game like this, we still haven't seen a lot of the crazy new units. It's mostly kind of just that Death Ball versus Marine Marauder and a little bit of a miss micro there by HollowPoint, but it doesn't matter as he's able to find lots and lots of tasty targets. FishStix kind of left them all out there to be had. The flash, ooh, the blink, not the flash, the blink forward directly on top of that command center, and now there's even some probes joining in on the battle. This orbital finally makes its way all the way out to the right hand side at exactly the wrong moment. LOL. LOL. Oh, actually really does not need to blink away from this force. Could probably take it on, but has a lot more troops up towards the center of the map, so why not go and join all of those together to finish this off in the most effective way possible. Now some Templar being warped in, and FishStix still at only 87 supply. He's had some trouble with his macro, but it mostly comes from the fact that he has not been able to put as many troops in as he wants. And again, I don't know why HollowPoint is running, but he is. He doesn't seem comfortable with carrying this engagement right now, but with all of those Colossi, FishStix has to say, GG. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching After Hours Gaming League. This is from Week 1. Special shout out to Day 9 TV and Red Bull Gaming who make this kind of thing possible. You're watching TwitchTv versus DotBlock with itsOrD. That's me, itsOrD.